बताया वो उससे पूछ लेना क्या हुआ, ऐसा कुछ नहीं।
ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨਗੀ ਫਿਰ ਰੱਖੜ ਜੀ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਜੀ
मैं की कह सकता जी अधिकतर को नेता से
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ
These latest visuals on our screen right now coming in of meeting that has taken place. And we have these latest visuals on our screen right now coming in of all Congress MPs and the Bajwa faction that are currently meeting. Even as there is an impending decision that we are awaiting, and these are the latest visuals that we were receiving of a meeting that happened at Bajwa's residence. Remember, there is a crucial announcement that is in the waiting as far as the Punjab faction of the Congress is concerned. Meanwhile, this is certainly a massive development coming in of the anti-Sidhu faction that met. All Congress MPs from the Punjab met at Bajwa's residence. In fact, Partap Singh Bajwa met Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha MPs. This was a meeting of all MPs after Bajwa met Captain Amrinder Singh. Meanwhile, these are big developments that have happened in Punjab. There is a rebellion that is also brewing in Punjab ahead of Sidhu's big possible announcement of the Punjab as a Punjab Congress chief. Partap Singh Bajwa also met all Punjab Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MPs. Let me go across to my colleague Amandeep, who's also joining us over the phone line. Yes, Amandeep, we're getting in these latest visuals, a possible reaction also post that meeting that was underway.
Well, exactly, Richa, that meeting is actually very important. On one side, on the Punjab ground, there are certain MLAs who are holding the meetings in the favor of Navjot Singh Sidhu, as well as and even all the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MPs meeting was called by Partap Singh Bajwa, who himself is a Rajya Sabha member of Parliament. And even yesterday, late in the evening, he held meeting with Captain Amrinder Singh regarding all the developments related to Navjot Singh Sidhu. And now that entire scenario is being discussed with all the MPs, that how the Congress can come out of this internal tussle, and if Navjot Singh Sidhu appointed as a president of Punjab Congress Committee, so will they accept Navjot Singh Sidhu, who is just a newcomer, and in fact all the MPs have spent so many years in the Congress party and proved their loyalty to the party. So these all entire tussle is being discussed, and especially Navjot Singh Sidhu's role is being discussed, just because there are certain MPs. Captain's wife Praneet Kaur was in the meeting, Santokh Chaudhary is in the meeting, Mohammad Sadiq is in the meeting, Lok Sabha MP, Amritsar MP Gurjeet Singh Aujla, he is present in the meeting, and even Jasveer Singh Dimpa is also present in the meeting. And even there are certain MPs who already held the meeting with Captain Amrinder Singh when Navjot Singh Sidhu met Sunil Jakhar and even had a secret meeting with several cabinet ministers. So the chunk is already divided into two parts. One is Navjot Singh Sidhu and one is Captain Amrinder Singh. Though Captain Amrinder Singh having some kind of majority of MLAs as well as MPs also, if we just quantify both the leaders regarding the numbers, so Captain Amrinder Singh is on the edge and he is leading in the numbers in concern to the MLAs and MPs. But the point is, will they be able to have a collective decision by all the Congress Punjab MPs and talk to Sonia Gandhi regarding their decision and conclusion about the Punjab Congress, or either they will also get divided like the MLAs were divided in the Punjab grounds? This is the very important part of that meeting, just because Partap Singh Bajwa is trying to unite all the MPs to make one conclusion and one decision that is obviously against Navjot Singh Sidhu, and to propose that before Sonia Gandhi, that all the MPs have decided, and in fact they are concerned about the Punjab Congress as well. So they wanted this kind of decision in front of Sonia Gandhi, and even that decision will definitely be in the favor of Captain Amrinder Singh. Just because the last meeting that was held by Captain Amrinder and Partap Singh Bajwa along with the cabinet minister and speaker, this entire thing was discussed that one minister should lead the delegation of the MLAs. They try to unite the MLAs towards the Captain Amrinder Singh, and Partap Singh Bajwa, who is Rajya Sabha MP, he will start holding the meetings with all the MPs of Punjab Congress and try to make them understand about the scenario and also try to make them inclined towards the Captain Amrinder Singh.
आज कोई बात नहीं, आज किसानों के मुद्दे पे हम बात कर रहे हैं कि किसानों का मुद्दा कैसे उठाया जाए पार्लियामेंट में ताकि सरकार को ये कानून रद्द कर दे। दूसरी बात महंगाई पे हुई है, जो कमर तोड़ महंगाई इस सरकार में हुई है उस पे बात हुई, और तीसरा जो पंजाब के टैक्सेस जो नहीं दे रहे हैं सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट रिलीज नहीं कर रही है, उनको रिलीज कराने की बात हुई।
10 एमएलए से उन्होंने कैप्टन के समर्थन में
मैंने देखा नहीं है।
सर उसमें आप भी हो, उसमें आप भी हो, जो लेटर लिखा है उसमें आप भी हो।
मैं कैसे हूँ, तो एमएलए ने लिखा।
अच्छा,
सिद्धू जी पे बात हुई थी, सिद्धू जी
कुछ नहीं है
सर नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू को लेकर, क्योंकि किसान,
कोई बात नहीं हुई।
क्योंकि वो प्रधान कहा जा रहा है कि आप इसलिए बैठक कर रहे हो क्योंकि नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू को प्रधान बनाया जा रहा है।
जिसने आपको ये बताया वो उससे पूछ लेना क्या हुआ, ऐसा कुछ नहीं।
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਕੀ ਫਿਰ ਜਾਖੜ ਜੀ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਜੀ?
मैं की कह सकते हैं अधिकतर को नेता से
ठीक है।
हरीश रावत जी।
All right, going back to my colleague Amandeep, who's also closely tracking these developments. Yes, Amandeep, we got that first reaction after that meeting, and not disclosing much about what exactly they discussed, but certainly we do know that Partap Singh Bajwa, according to our sources, did meet Captain Amrinder Singh, and they did speak about the fact that it's a fight for Congress's survival now when it comes to Punjab Congress. Help us understand the significance of this meet and how soon can we expect that announcement to happen as well?
Well, Richa, there are certain instructions from the High Command to entire Punjab Congress that not to disclose anything in the public, especially to the media, when it comes to the Navjot Singh Sidhu or Captain Amrinder Singh. Obviously, if they are planning, if we just go by the line of Jasveer Singh Dimpa, who is MP from Khadur Sahib, and if we just go by his line, obviously they are planning, and in fact the entire Congress party is planning how to take up the farmers issue in the parliament session. It is not the prerogative of Punjab MPs only. Why they are holding a separate meeting? Why they don't have a collective meeting with the all party Congress party MPs? They are trying to hide this thing. In fact, that Navjot Singh Sidhu's and Captain's main agenda was discussed in the meeting. And even this Jasveer Singh Dimpa was also from the Captain's camp. Gurjeet Singh Aujla from the Captain's camp. Captain's wife Paneet Kaur from the Captain's camp. Partap Singh Bajwa has joined Captain's camp. They all try to fall everybody into Captain's camp and try to make them understand that now the High Command is on the edge to disparage the newcomers, that is Navjot Singh Sidhu, and that definitely going to harm the Congress party, and every senior leader will be sidelined after the Navjot Singh Sidhu's appointment as president. So this is all being discussed inside the meeting. But the point is nothing should come in the public, and this was the clear-cut instructions from every leader. Even the Partap Singh Bajwa has made it very clear to all MPs that nothing to be disclosed in the media, especially, and even not to come in the public domain that we have discussed the Navjot Singh Sidhu. They try to keep it very secret. They wanted to convey the message to Sonia Gandhi in a very secret note. Get public, just because if the things will leak, obviously High Command and Navjot Singh Sidhu remain alerted on this issue, and obviously they will try to prepare the counter on that also. But entirely Congress is into a very thick soup. On one side, All India Congress Party is trying to prepare for the monsoon session as well. But meanwhile, this Congress tussle is also a big concern of Congress Party to resolve it as soon as possible.
In fact, Amandeep, very interestingly in this, according to the sources, again, we are speaking this, that the meeting was also significant in light of, in fact, Bajwa meeting with the Chief Minister, that is Captain Amrinder Singh also demanding to make him the PCC chief. So it is not just about two factions that have been set up and there is an internal tussle that is still underway. The final decision will, of course, be with the High Command, but also the aspirations of the leaders within the party as well.
Around 2 months back, we broke the story that now Captain Amrinder Singh and Partap Singh Bajwa had joined the hands, and there are certain kind of compromise that happened. But on that day, Partap Bajwa denied it on the camera. But last night, it was proof that now Partap Singh Bajwa and Navjot Singh Sidhu are clubbed together against, I beg to pardon, Partap Singh Bajwa and Captain Amrinder Singh are together against Navjot Singh Sidhu. Certain sections have been divided on the ground, Richa. MLAs have rolled out the statement. 10 MLAs rolled out the statement for Captain Amrinder Singh. 9 MLAs are continuously meeting Navjot Singh Sidhu, and today is the second day when the meeting was going on. And certain ministers are already coming out in the favor of Navjot Singh Sidhu. And even there are ministers, Shyam Sundar Arora, Rana Sodhi, they all are for for the captain's camp. They are continuously holding the meeting and backing the statement of Captain Amrinder Singh against Navjot Singh Sidhu. Obviously, for a party leader, for a senior party leader, when an immature and newcomer started giving a harsh statement against them in open platforms, so obviously